But if you feel better on fruit, eat your fruits. If you have a backup plan, don't beat yourself up about it. That's the secret. Just like people who ride up the mountain and they can't keep up with me, and they feel bad for it or whatever.
It's not so much a backup plan, it's just like temptation. Because everyone around you is doing something different, they're eating food.
You're drawn to it because you should eat it.
And you go to the restaurant, you try to ask for a salad and, you know...
Don't eat there, just have a fruit, bring your fruit with you.
Yeah.
If that's what you feel, eat what you want to eat.
It's a kind of like almost jealousy that you can't be part of it because we are social beings.
Very.
We need to be part of a group.
Definitely.
We need to eat the same thing. And I feel the same with my daughter as well. When I take her to a birthday party, I don't limit her. I just tell her, okay, you know what we're eating. You can try, just a little bit. I mean, I try to limit the damage, but it's a social thing. So when I say it, I want to eat the quick food sometimes when I'm going out in a group or...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know I'm going to feel...
Then don't do it. If you don't want to do it, don't freaking do it. No, it's as simple as that. You pick it up or you don't. You eat it or you don't.
You can't try to sit down.
Yeah, you can't try to sit down.
That's why I've always felt frustrated on a raw food diet until I started carving up.
Yeah.
And my only way of, at the beginning, because I couldn't eat enough fruit, I started eating potatoes in the evening.
Yep.
And then I saw how I felt the following day. I didn't want any of the other stuff. But then I replaced potatoes by fruit. I've increased my capacity to eat carbs, and that made a massive difference.
Bingo.
Can I ask a quick question that she's not asking that she should be? Do you think that the 80-10-10 diet is what got you and Freely to where you are, so you can eat cooked food now and not have an issue?
Do I think all of our fruit consumption has made us better? Yeah, for sure. But we still eat most of our calories from fruit.
Yeah.
So what's gotten where we are now is going to bed earlier. That makes a big difference. And being hydrated constantly. Basically, the biggest tip I could recommend would be starting day with a quart of water. 800 mils, 1200 mils, whatever. Before you eat anything, have that. Have some fruit within 30 minutes of getting up. Have something sweet, and then go do your exercise or your sport or whatever. Ride to work. Then have your breakfast within an hour, waking up if you can, and going to bed early, 8, 9, 10 p.m. That's going to improve digestion and our mentality when we eat something.
How do you feel? Well, I feel after a cooked meal the previous night, I feel hungrier, like more hungry in the morning, the next morning, like a craving, like empty stomach like I used to have. Whereas when I'm 100% raw, I don't have that feeling in the morning.
Hunger is not felt in the stomach.
Yeah, I know.
That's just digestion.
But it's that empty stomach feeling that makes me want to eat.
The hunger pangs.
Well, I know I'm not hungry, and
that's not
I
hunger.
keep drinking water, and then it goes. But how do you explain that?
That's not hunger in the stomach. That's like your digestion a bit, moving around, emptying your stomach, whatever. That's hunger's in the throat, it's in the mouth. You go run a marathon, and when you run out of glycogen, you get this like obsession with like sweet and juicy. It's like I need something to eat now. It's nowhere in the stomach. It's in the mouth, in the throat. When it's called bonking in running or cycling, when you're about to hit the wall, you run out of glucose, and you get this like hunger in your mouth. That's hunger. It's the stomach. I don't know what that is. That's just like you ate too late at night. You didn't drink enough water that day, and things are digesting slower.
How do you deal with it? You just
Drink water.
Drink more water the day before. If you're going to go out with your friends at night and have a meal, then make sure you drink 2 or 3, 4 litres a day. But people do go, I'm at work, I don't go to the toilet, I'll just drink half a litre today or whatever. And then they go out for dinner, they eat something, and it's just like not enough water to digest it, and then they're like, oh, cooked food's bad. It's more their lifestyle. So if you're going to eat something that's low water content, have some water beforehand. Definitely. Or have your rice with some soup, some vegan soup. High water content things digest better. So if you're going to have pizza, if I'm going to have pizza, I'll chug 2 litres of water beforehand. Because I know the pizza's very dry. Put pizza through a juicer. not much comes out. So if you're going to have, we need high water content things to digest.
Right.
So if you're going to have anything cooked, high water content, or make sure you have the water beforehand. And that's the secret.
But never as good as water-rich food, like
then eat the water-rich fruits. Eat the fruits. You have to do what you want to do. And if you want to eat 100% raw food diet, fruits and vegetables, then you have to get enough calories from them. Otherwise, you're going to want to eat other things.
That's it.
Yeah. And if you got to maybe go a few times a month with your friends, pick a thing that you like eating. Maybe cord salad or some soup, vegan soup or whatever. And don't beat yourself up about it. You know, it's fine. It's just plant food, high carb.
Oh, I just
stop
have
thinking
my
that it's going to
fruit
cause a
meal
problem.
before going and just order salad, but it's
Salad.
still.
If you can,
Still feel
you need more.
different.
You need carbohydrates though. Maybe what you can do is have so much fruit before you go out, then you have your salad at the restaurant, and that's enough for you.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is the addiction. I still feel like
It's
I'm
not
still
addiction.
addicted to the food I used to eat. I mean, cheese for me is like, for example, when I see it.
Yeah,
I
because
still
you're
want it.
hungry.
I don't want it. I don't
You're
want
hungry,
It,
yeah.
But I still feel attracted to it.
Because that's what you've ate
did
for
it
so
for
many
6
years of
years.
your life.
I know.
But when you're hungry, you go back to old things.
Didn't have a problem.
Hungry or tired, I
It's
know.
all
Hungry.
matter.
Your body needs calories. It's going. This what we're eating today doesn't work. Give us that. Yeah. That's why if we feed our kids junk food, it's harder for them because it's higher in calories. So the brother goes, yeah, give me that, give me that. So when the child gets hungry, it goes, fruits dilute, get rid of that, go to higher calorie things. So you need to eat, if you want to eat clean, yeah, like I don't crave, you know, I could have vegan cheeses and all that stuff. I don't crave it but I do if I'm like not eating enough carbohydrates or nuts or something like that. I've got a good friend of mine owns an organic shop. He's got these amazing macadamia nuts, and they're just sitting there like that. And I can eat in his shop any time. He doesn't care, so I promote his shop a lot. So he's got these macadamia nuts, and I know if I walk past the macadamia nuts, I'm like, macadamia nuts. I haven't eaten enough carbohydrates, you know. But back in the day, I was like, yeah, macadamia's not healthy fats. I'm eating handfuls of macadamia nuts and just, you know, not feeling the best. Too much fat in the blood, just like spaced out. So I learned the macadamia nuts, if I'm craving them, I'm not eating enough carbohydrates. You know? So and if I'm craving a vegan cheesy pizza, I'm not eating enough carbohydrates. Yeah? So I make sure I maybe have those once a year. It's too greasy for me. I don't like them, so I don't eat them. But I make sure that my body doesn't go out of control and drive me to those things by eating enough carbohydrates, if that makes sense. I don't like falling asleep on my bicycle and crashing. I've done it before. I've ridden so far without sleep, I fell off my bike. I was just like micro-sleeping. So I make sure I get enough sleep so I don't crash my bike. I don't like being dehydrated, so I make sure I drink enough water. So if you don't like eating greasy stuff, get enough carbs. If you don't want the carbohydrate, rice or whatever, have enough fruit. Don't make it this like mental addiction thing. It's not. It's just habits. You're not doing meth.
Yeah, but sometimes
You're eating
you've
rice or
got
whatever.
enough fruit and you still want the cooked stuff.
Addiction is just an excuse
I
for
mean,
negative
how do you
mental
explain
attitude.
that?
You're just hungry.
How else would you make the difference between fruit and cooked, except the emotions? The fact that you used
You're
to
hungry,
eat
so your
cooked.
body goes, give me that.
Don't go out to eat hungry and you won't eat anything that you don't want.
The densest calories.
And then you have to force it over time. You have to sort of force it with discipline, and then your body starts to crave those things. You know? Takes time. I've been doing this 13 years now, so my body's like. But if you just yo-yoing a bit, it's a whole lot harder. Yeah? But just remember, the mind, it's very powerful.